All right. So anyone that says kids don't do anything nowadays, we brought in the
exception
to that rule.
Yeah.
The outlier. Eli Pasquale. What is up, my friend? Senior at Mount Markham.
Yep.
You are class president. You were quarterback of the football team. You play basketball. You just finished your golf season. You started your first business when you were like 6. There you go. There's the resume. So, so let's talk about it. So how did all this start? This entrepreneurial journey of yours?
Yeah. So in middle school, I wanted to find an extra way to make money. No jobs were hiring a 12-year-old. So I went to BJ's with my mom. I saw this bulk candy for sale. I figured if I could just sell the candy, then I could make some money. So I'd find the wholesale candy, and it was come down. You'd make like $1.50 per candy bar if you sold it right.
What do you mean by sell it right?
If you get, I had
the right buyer.
Yeah, there's some kids every day they'd bring in like $2. I want a candy bar. So once you got like your clients,
regulars,
yeah, your regulars or clients, it picked up pretty well. I moved like 48 monsters in like 3 weeks. People were loving the energy drinks, the candy.
What grade were you in?
6th grade.
6th grade. So this is elementary school.
Well, our middle school.
It is middle school. Okay, so your first year at middle school, you show up as the candy man. Yeah. Is this how you were known?
Not really. I was carrying around a duffel bag with candy.
Yeah.
I had my duffel bag, my school bag, walked around the halls.
Did the school sell candy?
No, we didn't sell candy.
Okay.
No,
right.
they took
I didn't know if you were undercutting.
They took the vending machines out of the schools. I remember like right after we left. We used to be able to buy candy and soda and stuff like that in the vending machine.
Cigarettes.
Not cigarettes. But then they took that all out. So that's pretty awesome that you realized there was a need for that.
Yeah, there's my market.
Yeah.
But it got shut down, didn't it? Or you got some flack for it?
I did get flack one time. I sold Skittles to a kid who had a reputation, and I got called to the principal's office, and there was a worry of me selling Skittles to kids who were going to throw them at teachers.
So it was a safety concern. It wasn't a sugar concern.
So then Eli started selling safety goggles to the teachers.
Oh my God. No, but let's talk about what he moved on to next. Like when I read about like sneakers, there is a huge market. Don't you remember when you talked to our son Connor about this? Because a lot of kids look for the vintage sneakers or the demand is like huge. So why don't you talk a little bit about that venture too?
Hold the sneaker thought,
okay.
though. I want to finish the candy thought.
All right, go ahead.
How much money did you make?
I used all the money I got, and I bought my 4-wheeler, so it was around like $2,500.
Okay, I was wondering if you reinvested in the next business. All right, go ahead.
Okay, let's get on to the kicks, the
I
sneakers.
didn't know if this is how he was buying the sneakers.
So yeah, kicks with Karl here.
Nice.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to bring my t-shirt, but I think I sold the last one. Kicks with Karl, same thing. I found a man with sneakers, but they were a little more high ticket than this candy. Mm-hmm. So I figured I could make a little bit more money if I sold the same amount of candy bars as sneakers. Mm-hmm. Especially everyone was trying to get like the new sneakers. And it was around when like the Yeezys were very popular and like Travis Scott's.
Yep.
So I was really just trying to get the sneakers at a deal and then resell them.
So how do you, and so this is intriguing because like I've done this before, especially when the Dunks came out and everybody wanted those Panda Dunks and you couldn't find them. The only place you could find them was on that other website. Are you like a member, like a Nike member? And is that how you get your hands on the sneakers at like what you would normally buy them for? Because you can't be buying them from sites that are marking them up. Right.
A lot of the ways, like you go kind of the other people like myself, because there's people who will buy, they do the drops on Nike.com or whatever. They drop them in very small quantities. Mm-hmm. So there's people that will go and they'll buy up all those for like the low price. And then they'll sell them to people like me for a little bit more. And then they'll sell them to people like the customers for a lot more. So if I could snag them just from that guy and then I make the middle ground, that's my profit.
So you're the middleman.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So this is a website, Kicks with Karl?
It's just an Instagram.
Instagram. Okay.
I didn't get as far as a website.
All right.
I do have an eBay. That's where the name started, Kicks with Karl. I just wanted something easy to remember. It was going to be anonymous at first.
It's Karl with a K.
Yep.
So Kicks with Karl. And then you just post them?
Yep, I post them. People
and do everything through like Venmo, or how does that work?
I'm normally cash.
Yeah, so I mean, it's become a thing, right? I mean, you got business cards.
Yep. Business cards, shirts, stickers, golf balls. I sold them all.
How old were you when you started the Kicks with Karl?
I had to be 8th grade.
All right, so
8th to
6th
9th
grade, you started the candy business, bought a 4-wheeler. Got to treat yourself, you know,
Should've
when you're hustling out
reinvested
there in junior high, you know, grinding it out. You got to treat yourself. What did all this teach you? Right, so you're hustling at a young age, right? You're multiple businesses before you even get to high school. What'd you learn? What were the lessons?
I really learned that if you don't, no one's there to save you. You know, if you don't do what you want to do to benefit yourself first and sort of take the lead on everything, then there's no one that's going to be there to just walk you through it. And like no one was going to hand me a sneaker business and just let me run it. You know, you got to do all the steps to make up for it. You got to put in the effort. You got to go out of your comfort zone.
So talk to me about out of the comfort zone, right? So now this is an 8th grader at the time telling himself you got to push out of your comfort zone. So what does that look like? Is everything out of your comfort zone in 8th grade?
Basically, I'm normally really quiet, and my father's quiet. My mom's pretty quiet, so we don't really like network and socialize with many people. But you kind of have to sell shoes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, at like sporting events, track meets, everything, I'm handing out business cards. I'm talking to people, trying to get some sales. Even like out in public, like you go to Walmart, you see somebody who has on a nice pair of sneakers, and you ask if they're into that stuff. You start conversations, strike it up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that is pushing yourself out of the. I mean, that's hard for adults.
Yeah.
Just FYI, like really hard for adults to network like that.
So I love how you said procrastinating is a disservice to yourself. And so many young kids, they have an idea, and the hardest part is to act on it. Mm-hmm. So how were you feeling like when you first had this idea to start this? Were you like second guessing yourself, or do you have just that spirit in you where you're like, I can do this? Because you seem like you're a very confident, motivated person. I wonder like what that looked like.
Been in business for 8 years
internally.
now. So been in business for 8 years now.
I know. I'm trying to ask him to remember back to when it first started.
There's definitely a little bit of like pressure that you need to, after you make that first investment, like with Quicks when I just bought the truck, like now it's kind of, now the clock's ticking, I got to get more stuff moving so I can pay off the truck. And then like with sneakers, you buy all this inventory.
Yep.
And then there's the pressure, you got to sell the shoes.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I do know that I can get it done and I can sell it. And I'm just excited to scale it.
That's awesome.
So let's talk. You're talking to parents of a senior as well, and we've got one in college. So this is going to feel very parental advice from you, but we need some. What was your parents' role in this? Because we struggle with this, admittedly. Like if our kids said, hey, I want to start a business, the first thing I would do is like, cool, I'll fund it, right? Mm-hmm. I'll help you. Like we'll do whatever we can to. But I feel like that would negate a lot of what you're talking about with the pressure and, you know,
work
the failure
ethic.
And no one's there for you, right? And so what was your parents' role through these early businesses? Were they hands-on or hands-off?
Well, my mom says she had no part in the candy in case I ever got in trouble.
That's fantastic.
She was the one driving me there. She would probably front a few boxes of candy if I needed it. First started Quicks, I was towing with her SUV. In her 2022 SUV, I was taking it to the scrapyard, run over nails and screws. Uh-huh. She's been there to kind of fact check me. Like when I get a little bit too optimistic, she reins me back in. And my dad's also like that. That's where the tenacity comes out. Mm-hmm. I just want to kind of prove them wrong and go out and get it done and then come back and say, I got it done.
Yeah, as a parent, you don't ever tell your kid you can't do something or it makes them want to do it even more. Like I learned that very early. So let's talk about Quicks. You've mentioned it a couple of times. This is now your latest venture.
Yes.
So why don't you tell everybody what it's all about?
So Quicks junk removal. Place in a call, we'll come, give you a quote on various sizes of junk, yard debris, construction debris, garage sale cleanouts, real estate cleanouts. And once you get a quote, I'll give you a price. We come, we pick it up, take it to the dump, and that's that. It's done quick and easy for your convenience.
It's obviously not you by yourself. You must have people or employees that help you out.
Well, yes, I have my brother when it gets when I'm on a time crunch or there's heavy stuff to carry.
Okay.
But if I have enough time, I'll do it myself.
All right.
All right. So you're taking the calls, you're running the quotes, you're doing literally the heavy lifting, right? With a little help of your brother from time to time. So just one-man show, pretty much?
Yes,
All
as
right.
of right now.
So this is it's an in-demand business, for a society that says we have no money, we have no one can afford anything. Everyone has junk.
Right? And no time to take care of it.
Yeah, right. And so highly competitive, right? There's a lot of people in this space. What makes you different? Like why Quicks?
I feel like my drive's more. A lot of the other guys are already established, so I'm willing to go out of the way and do the other jobs they don't want to take, or do them quicker, or get them done better. Mm-hmm. It's really the quality aspect and the personal, customer to owner connection.
And it's the story. It's the emotional. I could tell you right now, if Scott and I were in a position where we needed to have our basement cleared out, or even one of our properties, I would definitely want to give you the business rather than a bigger, more established corporation.
Yeah, listen,
I mean, to pay back in that way. That's what I'm saying.
Like you got to lean into this.
Yeah.
Right. And hopefully this is a springboard for you. But, there again, I open with there's this sentiment, and I guess there always has been, because our parents probably went through it too, that kids don't work the way we did, or kids don't, they're and they're so wrong. Right? We see it with our kids' friends, and I mean they're more active than we were in many ways. It's just different. But this whole entrepreneurial journey that you've been on, and the story of where you've taken it, I'd lean into that sells. Work a marketing angle around that.
I definitely hate hearing the kids don't work nowadays.
Yeah.
And also, it's because some of the adults that I try to contact, like if I'm reaching out and I got to buy a trailer or something, they'll be like, "Okay, kid."
Right, yeah.
Put your dad on the phone.
So on one hand they knock you, then the other hand you call and try to do business.
And they don't take you seriously.
You're too
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Like, put your dad on the phone, then we can talk. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
I
So-
gotta go to a different place.
Let's talk about school just a little bit. So you're a senior this year.
Yes.
Plans for next year are...
I was almost set on going to MVCC. Mm-hmm. Going to try to play golf there. And then last night, an electrician apprenticeship opportunity I saw.
Okay.
Came from my friend. So I'm going to check that out before I definitely commit to either one.
Okay, did you go to the BOCES program, or were you just at...
Nope, I did not attend BOCES. I just went with the school.
Okay.
But I'm down in the ag class every day. I see the need for the electricians in the trades right now, especially with the boom in AI.
Yep.
It's going to be big.
It's going to be huge for you to see that too. And you seem like you're definitely a worker, but I would say like a mover and a shaker, or somebody that has to be
ambitious,
doing something.
Yeah,
that like a desk job or business management, or I don't see you in that role. If you're managing your own business, like I can
That's the
see
goal.
that. But so let's talk about sports a little bit too. So quarterback of the football team,
Yes.
essentially like the team leader,
Yes.
which makes a lot of sense. And then
Yeah, quarterback, 3-year starter. We went to the Dome the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. Sadly, lost to Dodgeville, both of them. They do something different up there.
they grow them different up
They
there. We
really
always
do.
said that, yeah.
Yeah. So football, it was my favorite sport to start, but I think 2 summers ago we picked up golf. Just me and a group of my friends. We just went to, I think it was Stonegate with our dad's clubs, and now I'm addicted to golf, and I love golf, and I think golf is the best high school sport.
Because to be part of a team is huge, and learning how to work with others. But we've always said that, especially with our son Connor, he's a lot of a perfectionist, and he is sometimes his hardest critic when it comes to sports or anything else. That he truly loves golf because it's just him. Mm-hmm.
It really is.
It's
just
all
him.
about
I
him.
feel like it's the most competitive because when you lose as a team, it's more like, okay, what did our team not do well?
Right.
But then you're going against the 6 guys that you're starting with on your golf team, one of which is my brother. So I see him at home, I see him at the course, I see him at practice. And then you're also going against the other kids. And it's almost like, I don't know, it was just the most real sport for me. Like sectionals the other day, they have like a cut line, and you're actually competing with all these other kids. And if you don't make it, you go home. Mm-hmm. And if you make it, you go to state quals. and we have this medalist tournament at the end of the year that it's the best 2 from the team. So you're really competing head-to-head every single stroke you take in the matches.
Yeah.
You're competing for that tournament at the end of the year.
Yeah, the curse of the type A, like you are, and someone who's pretty good at a lot of things, is figuring out what to do. So has this been a struggle for you as you end high school? It's like, okay, well, in high school, there's lots of stuff to do, and you can be good at a lot of them, and that's awesome. But the notion of being well-rounded in the real world, I struggle with, because there's a lot of people who are really good at a lot of things but great at nothing. And I guess I'll just ask the question, right? Has that been a struggle for you to try to figure out what's next?
Definitely. I'm still not committed to a college. Everyone else has already put in their deposits and knows where they're going to go in the fall. But I haven't really found anything that sticks out to me. But I think it's more just I don't want to be bound to one thing for the rest of my life. I like to just bounce around. I like to do these are in 2 different aspects. I like to do just everything in different fields.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to tie myself to one field.
Yeah, me neither.
Scott is looking at you right now going, oh my God, this is me. He says that all the time. He still doesn't know what he wants to be when he grows up. So
I'm working on it.
He's constantly working on it. So let's talk a little bit about family. You said you have 1 brother?
2 younger brothers.
2 younger brothers. So you're the oldest.
Yes.
See, that fits into the mold as well. We're both.
Birth order is real.
Yeah, we
really is.
truly believe
Sorry,
in birth
Spina.
order.
Oh, you're the oldest? Yeah, sorry. Oh, everyone in the room's the oldest.
So why don't you talk a little bit about your family and your house and what that's like growing up in such a small community? You come from a small community and how that has maybe helped to shape you or what you've gotten from that.
It has. Growing up, and I've always felt like I'm competing with the grown men because they already, like the kids in my grade, being the oldest, they all have older siblings. They all know everyone above them. Mm-hmm. They all already know everyone. But I feel like I came into the school and I didn't know anyone above me, and I had to make a name for myself. Mm-hmm. And I had to do things that other people didn't have to do. Like, that's part of the reason I became a quarterback, and that's why I'm a class president and National Junior Honor Society president.
Nice.
Or vice president. Sorry, Addie.
Watch out, Eddie's coming for you.
And I feel like it's also the pressure to do that for my little brothers, because I know if I had an older brother, I feel like I'd be a lot better off. But I had to be that guy. So
Good role model, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully I carved them a path where they could do whatever they want.
Yep.
I'll give you pushback on that. I mean, being the oldest, I don't think you would be better off if you had an older brother, because you wouldn't be who you are.
I'd be as complacent as Asher is.
Yeah, for sure. And that's not going down that rabbit hole, but we talk a lot about birth order, and it's legit. Right, wrong, or indifferent, the oldest carries a different weight, a heavier burden, more expectations, and we see it play out later in life that those people typically have higher levels of success. So
I feel that. It's hard to explain to my parents because they're both younger. They're the younger siblings in their family too.
Okay.
So they don't really relate to what I'm trying to talk about when I would try to tell them in like 7th grade what I got to do. But
yeah,
everyone's different.
No doubt. So what keeps you motivated?
It's a lot of self-motivation. The dream of having like a service-based business. I have this picture in my mind, like I'm in my office, and then I get my truck and I go and I check all my fleet of trucks that's out doing work. I can stop into like every single job site. That's the end goal, hopefully. Whether it's with Quicks or whether it's with electrician or whether it's with food trucks, I don't know what it'll be with, but
Yeah.
It's that, and then it's the big brother thing again, like just trying to really provide for everyone.
All right, let's talk, if we can, quickly. You mentioned AI. So I'm fascinated by the younger generation's thoughts on this, right? We're in our 40s figuring out what's next. How do we adapt, right, to kind of finish out our career? But you're just starting your adult career. And with this looming, really, I mean, it's not looming. It's coming in like a freight train. Yeah. I mean, how does that change your mindset as to what the next 40 years for you looks like?
This is a big one. I think it was actually you at Sorrento that said the next wave of wealthy people are either going to learn how to control AI or have jobs that doesn't require AI. I think he said that Sorrento's.
Yeah, I mean it's not going away, right? And there's so many kids your age that will have jobs that don't even exist right now. So how do you plan for that?
Well, I'm not really a techie kid, so I don't think that I would be able to write the scripts or anything, but I'm trying to. I think that management jobs and all that stuff, I think that'll someday be taken by AI. So I'm trying to do more like the trades and the skilled
The hands-on
laborers,
stuff, yeah.
especially with the AI, like the grids that are going to need to be powered by all the AI. That stuff, they're going to need someone to work on that.
Yeah, the average age of the electrician in America is 57, by the way. And the fewest electricians, the highest demand for electricians in America is in Hawaii. So do what you will with that, Mr. Golfer.
Really, you can go anywhere you want, and AI is not going to be able to come in and fix something in a house, like wiring and I don't know. See, Scott is all about, and we are fortunate because we sort of dabble with AI a little bit, but there are a lot of people that have no idea, even in the professional aspect of it. Yeah. Scott was at a conference with a fellow agent, and he had no idea how to use
like the basics.
Ask AI, just for anything. So it really is. Do you use it in school? Do your teachers let you use it?
I don't know if they let me, but I do.
You do? Yeah. Well, I think all kids are using it, which they should be. Like, it's out there. Adults are using it.
It surprises me every day.
It is amazing.
Something that it'll do. I'll take a picture of an assignment, I'll tell it to do something crazy, and it spits it right out, and I'm like, holy crap.
1 second.
Right.
Yeah. And it gets smarter as you keep feeding it. And it gets to know you. And so the more you feed it, the more it becomes tailored. It becomes you, which is kind of weird to say,
but insane.
And that's where when we say it's only getting faster and more sophisticated by the day. I mean, the smartest people and algorithms in the world keep going into this thing. You talk about your message to anyone waiting for the right time, and right time is in quotes. And we talked a little bit earlier about procrastination, but what's your message to people around that? Because this, again, you're wise beyond your years. This is common with adults too. Someday
that's all.
Once I get this, or once I'm ready for that, or once everyone's down the road. And Tony Robbins once said, the average human lives to about 25. We just wait until they're 80 to bury them. And that goes to what you're saying here, right? You just keep waiting, and never actually do anything. So when is the right time?
The simple answer, the right time is today. You go out and make the first move. If it's for quicks, go out and get your first ratchet strap, or just start doing something today. You can look into anything. You can study everything you want. You don't even have to make any physical moves. You could just make like mental moves and either make a phone call, network with someone, or there's always something to do today that you can get done. And I don't think people realize that. All I heard was not today or tomorrow, and that didn't sit right with me when my parents would say that, or my family. So the right time is today.
Mm-hmm. Do you realize you're different than like a lot of your classmates, like with your maturity and your drive?
Definitely the drive.
Yeah.
I see these kids and I'm like, I don't know how they do it.
How they just sit around.
They just don't want to do anything. They don't want to go improve or do anything different. Like, sorry, Asher, but he just wants to go back to the same job, and he's got different opportunities just because he doesn't want to go outside of his comfort zone.
Yeah.
But everyone's different, right?
And
that's some people are square peg.
Doesn't make it good. You can't put
square
square pegs in round holes.
Yep.
And that's okay.
But it's exciting to meet young people that are.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
Okay. We screened him.
Scott screened you at Sorrento's.
It was a big vetting process that we went through. Background check. There's an IRS tax lien on his candy business that came up, but we're working through that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's do one more thing. Let's talk about, you mentioned studying, right? And this is something that I'm passionate about when I talk to kids your age, is that the advantage you have over even just the kids 10 years prior is huge. Like, you have access to more information right now than anyone has in the history of the world, and it's growing. And, the entry point now into the workforce is almost zero. Like, as a business owner, I don't care if you even graduated high school. If you can do the thing I need you to do at a high level, you're in, right? Now I get it. There's doctors and teachers and certain things that need higher education.
Certifications, right?
Yeah,
right.
but beyond that. So where's your go-to? Like, what are you researching? What are you studying? Where are you finding information? What do you care about?
I spend a lot of the day opening up my brokerage account and looking at all that stuff, researching all the tech stocks, like NVIDIA. When they took that drop, I looked down and I was like, why are they taking this drop? Or when like DeepSeek came up, I researched what that was all about. That was big. We have so much that we could just take advantage of. I try to actually learn everything. Like right now, I'm trying to grow a nice garden.
That is awesome.
We got plenty of rain for it.
So,
And it really is a science. You just can't go out there and like plant something and expect it to grow.
so
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep, I'm retailing this weekend. I fertilized it last weekend and tilled it, and now I'm going to put the plants in this weekend.
Nice. You waited until after the cold weather. I'm sure that was a big part
Hopefully
of
we
it.
don't get that nor'easter that comes up.
Very smart.
Yeah, what could go wrong with the weather around here?
Oh my God, this is terrible, right?
Do you want to stay here?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
There's the
Especially December through May.
if it depends. I mean, I'd love to go down to Florida and do everything all year round, but I feel like I'm thankful that New York has seasons. I think.
Yeah.
Because I like to snowboard, but then I like to go to the beach or the lakes and stuff. It's hard. It's definitely hard. I got a lot of family up here.
Yeah.
More than any other state. I mean, a lot of people move away from families, but I'm the opposite. All my family lives on one road in Richfield. So, and there's the old farmhouse. I'd love to live in that someday.
All right. I'm
That's
not
awesome.
betting against you. Yeah, look, and from a business owner standpoint, what I'll say is when you get to different markets, bigger markets, I don't want to say it's harder. It is harder, but it's different. Like, even though people won't talk to you, like you mentioned, like you call about a truck and someone's like, put your dad on the phone.
Yeah.
You're going to get to know people in this area through business dealings, networking like you're doing, and it's just going to spider web for you. And, it's those connections that will help elevate whatever business you do. You get down into Florida, Mid-Atlantic, where we were in Virginia, and like it's a different beast from a relationship standpoint. Everything's very fast-paced, transactional.
Not personal at all.
Yeah, and you don't have those roots. Like those family roots are huge when you can say to someone like, "Hey, I'm third generation here," and you get to know certain people in the families, and I've worked with these people in the past, and then there's that trust factor, and so home is a great place to be.
Especially for an entrepreneur, for somebody that's going to
sure.
open a business, because those connections, those personal connections in our small communities can make you so successful. Because like you said in your form, like it's crazy that we are all of these small knit communities that are surrounded by each other. But in a way, it's great because that's what we crave, being from a small community, as somebody else from a small community that
gets it.
Word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like that will vouch for you. So I go away for a little bit, but I think you'll end up back here.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire, Eli. This has been fun. Hardest sport: football, golf, or basketball?
Golf.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I'm not that good at basketball, though. I normally just sit on the bench and watch the games from there.
Yeah,
so
me
I
too.
couldn't tell you how hard it is.
Dream business partnership.
Oh, that's big. Probably the junk teens in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Biggest waste of money?
New cars.
Very smart. Our son would say something totally different, I bet. Best
As
business
he drives a new car.
Yeah, as he's driving around in it. Yeah, I know. Best business advice you've ever received.
That's a hard one.
Or just good business. Doesn't have to
Yeah.
be best. Just something that stuck with you.
Probably quality over quantity. That's always a good one to roll
Yep.
with.
It's a great
It
one.
is.
One skill you wish you had?
Better negotiation. I'm too nice.
Yeah, there's something to be said about both sides of that.
Yep. 5 years from now, you'll be.
Logistically, I think 23 checks out. But hopefully owning a big business with trucks going out every day and bringing back junk or bringing back whatever.
Okay.
Electricians maybe going out. Hopefully something like that.
Maybe both. So just really weird, maybe not weird, right? So in my senior yearbook, we do the in 10 years.
Yeah.
If you look it up, it's in black and white way back in the day. But in 10 years, I said ISCOT grades will be 27. So
And that was it.
And that was it. And here he is 5 years saying he's going to be 23. Weird. Maybe, maybe not. Eli Pasquale. Thank you, brother. The business is Quicks. We didn't give the phone number. Let's do that. So 315-922-4570. Social media?
Just this right now.
Okay.
I haven't started Instagram or Facebook yet.
All right. So 315-922-4570 for your junk removal services. Kicks with Karl with a K is the Instagram if you need some kicks. Who's Karl?
Me. I did it anonymously.
Oh, okay. It's your alter. This kid's been around, man. He's got all he checks in the hotels is around Mexico. Man of mystery. He's got his tech stocks.
I like the alliteration of Karl better than Elijah. I think it flows better.
Yeah, it certainly does. You nailed that one. Good talking to you, Eli.
Thank you.